Hey everyone, this is Mr. Dunkel. In the previous video, we had created a template using Easily for leadership qualities, the traits that we believe a leader should have. Now, for the second part of this assignment, you are going to create another document that has a real leader, and you are going to use the traits that you came up with and compare whether that real leader has those traits or does not, and provide examples of how they might. And so in this case, in the last video, I showed you how you could create a document and save it, and then you could save it again with a different name. And that's what we did. We created the leadership qualities document, and then we saved it a second time and called it Real Leader. And so here's my Real Leader document on the home page. So this is the one we're going to put a real person. So I'm going to click on that to open that document, and here we are. So for this one, as I said, you need to think of a real leader and put a real leader in here. Now I'm going to use one of my favorite presidents ever, and he's actually a Tennessee president, which is James K. Polk. And so I'm going to click on James K. Polk, or click on that and type his name here. Now I'm going to need to find a picture of James K. Polk. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this image here. I'm just going to click on it and delete it. Now, there are a variety of ways that you can do it, but there's one real simple way, and that's simply to go find your image in Google and then come in here and paste it. But you have to paste it using your keyboard shortcut, which is Control V. You hold your Control key down and tap the V key. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to go to Google. Oh, we're already there at Google. We are going to type, and at least in my case, James K. Polk. You would type whichever leader you're after. Go to Images. Remember, when we search for Google Images, we need to find images that have been licensed for us to reuse. So click on Search Tools and go to Usage Rights. Now, we can pick any of these to use. I'm going to just do Labeled for Reuse and see what I come up with. So here are some images of James K. Polk that I could use. I'm going to use this one, or see if I can, if it's not too large. Now, one of the problems when you're using Easily is there is a size limit. So if you find a picture that's just too big, it will not let you use it. So I'm going to go into View Image. I'm going to right-click and copy image, and then go back to Easily and click inside Easily and see if I can paste it. Now, remember, you need to use your keyboard shortcut, which is Control V. And in this case, it did not let me do it. So I'm going to go back to Google. I'm going to try a different image and see if by chance it will let me do a different image. So let's try this one here. It's definitely a smaller image. You can see 290 by 350 pixels. So I'm going to go to View Image. Definitely a lot smaller. Copy image. Go to Easily. Click inside Easily and Control V. And it let me do that one. So here's my James K. Polk image. I'll make it a little bigger here. I can shrink things. Now notice that the image is covering the text, and we talked about what you could do if something's covering the text. In this case, I want to send my image to the back, so while it's selected, I'm going to come up to Position. Oops, and I am going to choose this one, which will send it all the way to the back. And there it goes. Okay. And then from here, you just simply do the things we discussed in the other video. You can delete some of these if you want. You can move this text around. You can resize your image. Just remember, on this one, you are going to use a real person. You're going to leave the same traits that you had already put in there. And you can leave the same definition. You're just going to replace then how this person is an example or not example of those traits. For your quote at the bottom, you need to find an actual quote from that person. So there's a variety of ways you could do it. You could go to Google and type in James K. Polk quotes, or whoever your person is. Brainy Quote, if you can get to it, is a wonderful site as far as finding a lot of quotes. So I'm just going to go to Brainy Quote, and all of these are James K. Polk quotes. So try to find one, read through a few, try to find one that maybe expresses an example of leadership, and then use that quote over here in Easily. So that's all there is to it. As always, if you have any questions, just ask.